When we had last left Team Bald, their adventures around Wyrm's Rock Fortress continued, this time with them entering the prison levels, and it was there that they met and discovered Counselor Floric, who was seemingly resigning herself to her ill-omened fate at the hands of Enver Gortash, the new Archduke of Baldur's Gate. But thankfully, Team Bald was able to spring into action, freeing her and convincing her to not give up just yet. Following all of that, they proceeded through the weird little tiny pipe accessible only area by which a bird flew through and popped open the little unit, and it was through that mysterious area that they were entering even lower levels beneath the fort, levels that perhaps held a dragon. This is Baldur's Gate 3. Welcome back. And indeed, several folks wrote in to varying degrees, let me unhide that, about us being down here, that it might be, they're not sure, it might be sequence breaking in some more minor way, but we'll see, right? Usually, more often than not always, as we have seen, but more often than not, Baldur's Gate 3 is quite good about sequence breaking and sort of revealing only X or Y amount of information, right? And making it seem, at least from the player's perspective, as if you have not done any sequence breaking whatsoever. I think maybe there's only been like 2-3 times in the game where it's kind of felt that way for me, when I've gone about things in a varying degree of paths, right? From pretty standard, bog standard routes to, I don't know, entering things in a bit of a roundabout way, and this might just be another one of them. I'm fully down to commit to this and see what the hell happens. We'll see, right? I don't feel too weird about it, right? Because we got in here by way of finding that little pipe, right, in the last area in the prison, which, true enough, we got in by virtue of our little dudes, right, of our air elemental and Quoth, the Raven familiar, and I guess the Ice Mephits too. I guess they did something. But barring them, we could have 100% shrunk myself down with like reduce character size or whatever, and I could have crawled through the pipe, or we could have like done gaseous form and gotten through that way, right? So I feel like no matter what, it wouldn't have been a fluke to get back in there, and it would have been very likely something that I would do. It just so happened that our most easy to access route was through our summons, which we already had up, right? Anyway, that's why I don't feel too weird about it. I don't feel too bad about it. Like I said, who knows? Maybe I'll come to regret that, but we'll see. I'm very eager. Anyway, speaking of seeing, let's take a peek at these murals. Looks like somebody with some really wild, like, looking Castlevania-like garb. Maybe they're a tiefling? Are those horns? Is that a tiefling tail there? I'm not sure. But there is some sort of huge, like, black dragon? Ah.
Is that Baldurin with a bronze dragon? Must have been quite an adventure.
Is that Baldurin? Maybe that's hair. Or helmet. Huh. I actually don't know. I thought Baldurin was a human man. I don't know.
Is that Baldurin with a bronze dragon? Must have been quite an adventure.
Yeah?
Does everyone say something different?
Gorgeous bronze dragon.
A bronze dragon and an elf sailor. Could this be Baldurin?
Baldurin's an elf.
Greeting Baldurin, the city's founder.
Let's see what this does.
And this one?
Baldurin and his winged ally admiring the fruits of their labor. The city itself.
What's cooking? Baldur and the dragon admire what they made. Baldur's Gate.
Huh.
Defender of the people. What a grand sight. Baldurin and his dragon friend looking over the city.
At your command. Balduran and his bronze friend watching over the city. I cannot say I've heard this tale.
Yeah.
No time to rest.
Yeah, I don't think any of this was present in BG1 or 2. Journal of Past Adventures number 1. Examine a plain unadorned note. At least I think this is meant to read number 1. Right? The N or the O in number 1 is more of a degrees symbol, right? Okay. The Wyrm's Lair. Incredible. The legends were true. And we've marked our place among them. We'll prove our worth with unrusted swords and meet the dragon. The good dragon, or so we pray. Gods bless our endeavor. Huh.
Baldurin sails away and leaves the dragon to watch over his city. Do the histories make mention of this?
Wanna dance? Balduran's sailing away, but the dragon stays behind.
The pride of the gate. Baldurin left his city in good hands, or so he thought. Odd that the histories make no mention of this dragon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Balduran departs. Little is known of his last voyage, but it seems he left the dragon behind.
No one's
Okay.
told me yet.
And as we had alluded to before,
Ready.
metallic sort of dragons, right, are generally goodly. Right? Generally. Or exclusively. Tend to be, at the very least. And ones that are just chromatic, like red, white, or in this case, I guess closest to bronze would be like brown, tend to be evil, right? We encounter in BG2 a silver dragon. Okay, among others. Statue of Baldurin.
The statue before
Oh.
you bears a familiar likeness. It is Balduran, the celebrated adventurer who founded the city of Baldur's Gate.
Peril floods my province. The palisades fall, the earth does tremble. The servants of shadow and blood assemble. Beyond lies the grand Wyrm, deep in slumber, awaiting a true hero's advent, should my domain drown in torment. Be you the deluge, turn away. Be you the hero, answer true. Are you worthy?
Poetic nonsense. There is no Wyrm and no savior.
What are you? What is this place? I'm worthy. Open the way. Arcana check. Examine the statue. What magic might be at work? Leave. I assume it's the same magic as the talking bust, right, from a gajillion years ago back at the Lathanderite temple, right? Because that's still such a weird hanging, I don't know, thread, right? That the talking statue head. That seemed as if it was alluding to something else that would come about, and it never really did, you know? Let's examine the statue. 15 Arcana is needed, and I'm a little stupid, so it's going to be a little bit tougher. Nailed it.
You sense neither life nor spirit within the statue. A powerful variant of magic mouth has been cast on it, allowing it to speak only recorded messages.
What are you? What is this place? I'm worthy, open the way. What are you?
The statue gives no response.
I'm worthy, open the way.
Ancient Ansar, hear me. A champion is proclaimed. The test begins. Let your judgment follow.
Hang on. Don't I know that? Hang on. Hang on. I was just talking about this. Let me look up. I don't want to look up... Oh, okay, I need to be careful what I look up here so as to not spoil myself. God, okay. What if I look at my own playlist for BG2? Did I use it in the title? The name. Don't I know that name? Okay, hang on. BG2. Let's see here. Let's see. Shadow Dragon. Thaxel Cilicia. Let's see. Uncle Lester. Stinky Sewers. Don't I know this name? 200 pounds of lithium. Unseeing Eye. And don't I know it from BG2, which is even weirder, the weirdest thing of all, is that I think I know this name from BG2 and not 1, which BG2 doesn't occur or take place anywhere near Baldur's Gate itself. I'm entering the DLC stuff for the playlist. Nihili. Wheel of Obliteration. Yagashura. Oh no. I think I'm thinking of something else. Hang on. Let's see. Let's see here. How do I see my description? Yeah, I'm thinking of a Bazagal. I don't know that I know an answer. Okay, yeah. I'm curious. Right, what if this is... What if the reason why so many people who are from Baldur's Gate are like, what is this, you know? Even our own character is unfamiliar with this. You know, a lot of the histories don't know. Or a lot of people who should probably know the histories of this area don't seem to know what the hell this is about. And given the way in which the statue of Balduran was magically enchanted and all of that, I wonder, it could equally be, you know, your first instinct is to believe, oh, this is some long lost whatever, right? This is just lost information that's come newly into the light, right? We're making a new discovery. However, what if this is entirely fabricated? What if this is falsified history, right? Given the links to which Enver Gortash will go through to, like, I don't know, gaslight people, so to speak, to, like, spread propaganda and whatnot, I think it stands to reason that a lot of this could be, like, completely faked.
How old is this place?
I don't know. Is this place old? Now, these crystals definitely seem familiar, right? Huh. Yeah, what was the name of that, No, because that was from Enhanced Edition, right? The one dragon that, it wasn't even a dragon, was it? It was like some kind of demon. No, it was a dragon, wasn't it? With, what was his name? The monk? Rasad? through his quest. Because that was pretty closely involving, like, Sharans and whatnot. Viridian crystal, I will take that.
Always room for more.
Is this a chasm? It is. Okay. More up and over here. A lot of stuff flowing around. Treading carefully here in case there's booby traps. Something just popped up saying it's shrouded. The Judge. Amorphous. The creature's body is difficult to manipulate. It cannot be shoved, pushed, or thrown. God, maybe I should look up this name. What? I feel like I know that name, but I might be tripping. Okay. Swarming toadstool. Courage, insight, strategy, justice. Face my tests, prove your worth. Okay. Look, the one event, you know what? I'm starting to get major Gauntlet of Shar vibes. Look, if we reach a point in here too, just as before, where I have something that's like, oh, you better make sure you do all your side quests before you do this, otherwise you might irrevocably change the state of the world, right? Then we'll backtrack, you know? I'll backtrack under that premise. Oh, look at this invisible unit here. That old chestnut. Okay. Well, let's start from the left and go clockwise. Let's pop a quick save. Chat with this judge. Or chat with the statue first.
Paintings hung on the wall. Almost like an art gallery.
Yeah. Okay. Some more there in the shroud by the judge. Let's check the statue.
A true champion knows justice and eliminates those who stand in its way. Restore the balance of justice.
Justice. No pardon without repentance, and no penalty without mercy. The right path often lies between the extremes.
Thank you for the wise words, Will. I'll keep them in mind. Is that a general aphorism of yours, or are you trying to be helpful? I'd rather you keep your musings to yourself. Is that a general aphorism of yours, or are you trying to be helpful?
Both. Relevant words for times of strife, and for a dragon's underground trial, if we're lucky.
Okay. Well, shrouded sentence. The judge is obscuring paintings within 6 meters, preventing judgment being passed on an accused soul. Shadow blend. While lightly or heavily obscured, this creature gains the ability to blend with shadows and become invis. Sunlight weakness. While in sunlight, the creature has disadvantage on attack rolls and saving throws. Okay. Let's check this note. Plain and unadorned. I hadn't expected puzzles. Is the Great Wyrm really hidden behind tests of this kind? I'd expected feats of strength, yes, but nothing like this. Like it was designed for sport. Yoink. Okay. Let's take a look at these paintings. The apple. Examine. A red-haired fruit seller absent-mindedly picks a scarlet apple while pondering the group of children playing nearby. Pondering them? Okay. Let's examine it closely.
The apple. The painting depicts a red-haired man stealing a shiny apple from a cart in an open-air market. You know this market, the Wide, where Baldur's Gate citizens and visitors gather to conduct trade and wax political.
Okay. The Child. A red-haired man gifts the readily smiling urchin in front of him a red apple. Several other children gather, perhaps jealous in their hunger.
The Child. A red-haired man is portrayed with his cloak's hood lowered, giving an apple to a smiling urchin. Several other children are huddled behind the one receiving the apple, hands outstretched.
The Induction. A man and woman are depicted in fervent conversation. His red hair is in stark contrast with her black. Her cloak bears an unusual symbol, 9 tally marks.
The Induction. A red-haired man is depicted in hushed conversation with a dark-haired woman. She wears a cloak with an unusual symbol on it, tally marks totaling the number 9.
I have no idea what that would pertain to. Look, there's like script up here too. Whoa, I can't interact with it at all. Oh yeah, there's script above all of them. No, there's not. Some have just windows. Huh. Okay. The Theft. A red-haired man pilfers a priceless artifact from the High Hall of Wonder.
The Theft. A red-haired man is depicted in the Hall of Wonders, thieving what looks to be a priceless artifact. It's an astrolabe of entrapment. It could hold a dozen djinn within it, perhaps even more.
Okay. Another crystal here. Now this one, interestingly, does not have any... Yeah, these two are the only ones with script above them. Dragon head torch. Okay. The Chase. A man sprints through the upper city streets, his scarlet hair aflutter in the windy back alley, a flaming fist in close pursuit. A woman, hair dark as pitch, observes from afar.
The Chase. A red-haired man is depicted running through the city streets, a flaming fist officer chasing just behind. A cloaked woman, hair dark as a raven, looks on from a safe distance.
Look at that. That's my man, Andreas Mahler. The Judgment. A patriarch magistrate condemns a red-haired man to a dreadful fate. The onlookers are saddened and ashamed in equal measure. And there's the apple again.
The Judgment. A stern judge, his pockets full of coin, orders a red-haired man to the gallows. A shiny apple rests on the ground nearby.
What the fuck? Okay. Well, let's go on in here. Hello, Judge? Oh.
Behold, the paintings tell the tale. My judgment is rendered. The thief earns his due.
Okay.
No, the judge has spoken. The crime must be punished. Begone! The sword of justice falls on the wicked.
How many times can I talk to you?
Off with you! His must come. Death is the price.
Okay. So can we change, like, the order of the paintings or something? No, I can only look at them. The Waiting Judgment. Insert items? Huh. Okay.
Away! Behold, the paintings tell the tale. My judgment is rendered.
Examine. The contents of this canvas are obscured by the judge's necrotic shadow. Okay, well. I pull out a light. It did not work. This painting is obscured while within 6 meters of the judge. Okay. I move it. Oh. Hang on. Looks like the gallows. Right? Look at that.
The shadows are blocking me. I need to get rid of them, somehow.
Can I move them?
The shadows are blocking me.
No.
I need to get rid of them, somehow.
Well, I will get rid of them by way of dragging and dropping. Yeah, look. It's the gallows.
The shadows are blocking me. I need to get rid of them, somehow.
Okay. And over here. That's the same thing.
The shadows are blocking me. I need to get rid of them, somehow.
Yeah, they're all three the same. At least by way of doing that.
I need to get rid of them.
Which that may be a trick. Okay, so... Amorphous. The creature's body is difficult to manipulate. It cannot be shoved, pushed, or thrown. Ethereal. Affected entity is incorporeal and can't be shoved, thrown, or used as an improvised weapon. Shadow blend. Becomes invisible. Sunlight weakness. I mean, if we just get close with a light, is that going to do the trick? No. And we can't throw it. Talk to it?
No, the judge has spoken. The crime must be punished.
Is that blood? No, never mind.
And I can't pick it up? Can I? What if I look closer?
I need to get rid of them.
Okay. I'm gonna try and pick it up. Pick up.
Shadows are blocking
No,
me.
can't do that
I
either.
need to get rid of them somehow.
Okay. I mean, I could maybe remove curse.
Defender of the people.
Right? I could maybe do
what must be
that.
done.
Let's see. Do I have anyone in the party who can remove a curse? I don't think so. No. We have no means of doing that.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times. Here goes nothing.
The Waiting Judgment. Insert item.
Be gone! The sword of justice falls on the wicked.
See, I thought maybe some light would do the trick here. That doesn't seem to be the case. Okay. Well, what if we
One day I'll catch
turn
a
out the
break.
lights here? Or maybe I can look at the statue again? It'll give me some insight?
Cleanse the world of those who would stand in the way of the righteous. But do not let such cleansing prevent justice.
No, I mean, are we meant to kill the judge then? Because in this, the judge is certainly fucked up, right? Yeah, his pockets are lined.
Cleanse the world of those who would stand in the way of the righteous.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's implying we need to kill the judge. I mean, it could also be that we need to turn these out. Well, no, I don't think so. If I shoot that. Right, well, what will happen if I shoot all these?
You've made a grave mistake.
I do find it curious that there's all this script up here, you know? Like, to what end, really? Look at that, it's getting my arcane acuity built up. Okay.
Listen here.
Let's see. Examine. You're fully immune to everything? Yeah, I think so.
I'd love to, thanks.
Okay. I mean, what if we just attack? Will something happen, or probably nothing will happen, no? Let's see, let's go right here.
Let's get going.
Listen here. No, leave your face and shit it out.
Okay, well, it seemed to not like that.
Damn, it's good to be alive.
It hasn't entered combat with us.
Easy.
Oh, that did actually hurt it. What dealt damage? Oh, it healed back up. 5 damage via Tavern Brawler. Okay. How did that work out? Yeah, I guess it's just considered damage. It doesn't have a classification. Weird. Okay. Sure. I don't know. Should I just keep throwing it at it? It's kind of working. How often is it gonna heal up? It heals up pretty quick. Okay. Huh.
No one back home will ever believe this.
Cannot be shoved, pushed, or thrown. Okay.
Moving in.
And I can't take any of these other things, right?
Bet that will fit in my pack.
The shadows are blocking me. I need to get rid of them, somehow.
I mean, I could shoot at the paintings and all of that. Should I do that? Okay. Well, let's quick save just in case this is a really bad idea. Okay. Well, great. I've blown it up. To what end, though? Do we have anyone who can remove a curse?
Well, certainly waiting.
No. We don't. Let's see. Because that is considered a curse, right? Yeah. Well, here, let's reload. And let's try to remove the curse. Maybe that'll work. Right, like, should I get... Who can remove a curse? I guess Shadowheart, right? We'll try and get her in the party and see if she can do it. Alright. Go to camp. Yeah, fortunately we can just come and go as we please. Okay, where is she at?
Carry me.
Over here. There we are. Good.
All's well, I hope, aside from the obvious.
Okay. Join me.
A bit crowded, don't you think? You'll need to swap out someone if you want me.
I guess trade places with Will for now.
Wonderful. I wonder what the next move is.
And let's make sure she has, yeah, she has it equipped. Okay. And let's see if this works.
Injuries begone.
Oh yeah, that was pretty easy. Okay. Sure.
Still breathing, despite
Oh, and look at that, yeah, they cleverly hid what all of these were. I see. Okay. Well, should we go get Will back real quick? I feel like he's kind of, you know, given his closeness to the city of Baldur's Gate itself, I feel like he's kind of relevant here. But I think really anybody could work. We'll go get Will back. Why not?
Time to press ahead.
Let's see here. There you are.
First in my heart. This place is astonishing. A bard's legend made real.
Yeah, look, he even had something unique to say. Alright, I want you to join me.
I'd love to join, but I don't think there's enough space for me to squeeze in.
Take Shadowheart's place.
Ready and willing.
Okay. And let's leave. Good. Okay. The hanging. The noose cuts the skin below a man's scarlet beard. He looks off with stoic intent as city folks stare at him, and an urchin weeps. Look closer. What does the narrator say?
A red-haired man is depicted hanging from a gallows as a crowd looks on. You notice a child in the crowd, a falling tear leaving a trail on his cheek.
Freedom. The red-haired thief tosses a hard-earned coin in the air as he slinks past Flaming Fist officers, none the wiser. Look closer.
Freedom. A red-haired man walks the streets of Baldur's Gate, clad in a billowing cloak. You catch a glimpse of a sly smile beneath his hood, and a golden coin in his hand.
A thief walks free. Is this truly justice?
The cell. I mean, this is probably it, right? Iron bars flank a red-haired thief, counting the wretched days spent in captivity. Look closer.
The cell. A stern prison guard slides a warm meal into the thief's cell. The red-haired man has a 10-day left to serve, judging by the scratchings on the wall behind him.
I'm very curious about the mysterious, text here, though. Right. What's also mysterious is this person with the cloak marked with 9, right? Because it's only after he meets this person and is inducted that he decides that it would be a good idea to go steal this, gin super device, this super Jinn holding device. Yeah, because beforehand he was super cool. Okay. Alright. Well, I guess we'll go with the cell. And we'll pop in the painting here. Oh shit. Search for it. You banished the dishonorable judge and applied lex talionis, the principle of the sentence being proportional to the crime. You are a paragon of justice. Proceed. Yeah, but what about the other mysteries, I wonder what would happen if we got it wrong. If I was just like, yeah, you should go free. Or if I were just like, yeah, kill him. Okay. Are these things valuable? Maybe I want to take these. Here, Karlach, open your backpack. Let's get these cool paintings.
Hello.
There we are. Cool.
I've got a long road ahead.
There we are. Oh, I should probably equip my other necklace that I took off. Yeah. Spine shutter amulet. There we are.
With haste.
Oh, and now this statue of Baldur is aglow. Okay. And there's this one with a mysterious, like, little water zone here. I mean, are we just gonna be retreading Gauntlet of Shar bullshit here? Okay, got a door. Good. Pile of books on the floor. Oh. Stead. AMAPs. Swelto. Why does AMAPs sound familiar? Okay. A Mephistopheles tiefling. A wood half-elf. And a human. Okay, Statue of Baldur. Heed my call. Chamber of Insight.
A good leader has the insight to find good counsel. As a war reaches its end, there is one who doesn't advise for the city's prosperity. Find him and strike him down.
Say that again?
Strike down the advisor who would lead the city to ruin.
Okay. So we should be talking to the statues twice. Look at that. Stead's Virtues of Unions. Can I talk to the book? Oh. I actually took it. An advisory text suggesting when powerful forces attack, union is the most appropriate goal. The Virtues of Unions, by Alwyn Stead. It is quite obvious that larger kingdoms offer benefits to all peoples within. As a kingdom grows, so does its fields, its populace, and its economy. A few charred corpses is a worthy sacrifice, if a dragon offers to share its hoard, after all. So too should you seek union. However imperfect, should a powerful kingdom march its army on your borders. Some friction is inevitable, of course. Citizens' rights might erode, for instance, but such lesser issues will be sanded down by the march of time. Such is the price of peace. Okay. My god, alright. A little wild there, Stead. About this one. Ethics of War, Swelto.
Hold still, will you?
Okay.
Hold still, will you? Hold still, will you?
How am I meant to get this one, I wonder? Okay. Huh.
I have a lot on my mind.
Examine. Construct. Okay.
Let's march.
Sure. Let's throw it. Oh god, she broke it. Oh god, she killed it. Okay. Huh, we should probably quick load that one. Okay, yeah. we definitely don't want to blow it up. Alright. Am I gonna need to use, like, hold person or whatever on it? Well, it's a construct. Hold person isn't gonna work, is it? How did we even get the other one, then? Oh shit, we're back here.
To keep going.
Okay. There we are. Good.
What's up for discussion?
Oh, sleight of hand successful. Okay. Maybe there's other bits of information here. Oh, we should probably talk to the statue again real quick. Alright.
A good leader has the... As a war reaches its end, find him.
Okay.
Strike down the...
Gotcha. I mean, right now, it's feeling like we should probably go after Stead. Well, right here, when the book arrives here, it kind of turns around. Maybe this is when we're meant to do it. I don't know.
Hold still, will you?
Her character's really exerting with that line read. Oh,
I
whoop.
thought the Harpers knew every hidey hole and rat run in the city. This place housed something slightly larger than a rat, I think.
I'm curious how nobody knew about this place, you know? Anything else with these books? The Moral View Eyewitness Accounts of the Bhaalspawn Crisis. We've read that before. Adding to wares. The Approachable East, Volume 2. You've read that as well? Anything here? An Archduke's Leadership. Protection. Okay, well, we should definitely read that. That seems new. An Archduke's Leadership Protection. A pamphlet by the Gortash for Archduke Voluntary Campaign. As Archduke Lord Gortash's top priority will be protection, the physical defense of Baldur's Gate and its citizens. No policy can be more important. Queen of Kingpins. Seems the Flaming Fist Mercenary Company has compiled a great deal of information on Nine Fingers and her crew, known as the Guild. Some heavy named Tuzgrant guarding some entrance the Fist are intrigued by. In fact, a very detailed account of the Guild's muscle, and, you note, a tide of derision from the Fist. Evidently, they don't find Tuzgrant and criminals like him too bright. Not the sharpest scalpel in the surgeon kit, but Nine Fingers? Of her, they write in sullen, fearful tones. Huh. Okay. Missives of Candle Keep. This book is packed full of meticulously copied letters, preserving even the handwriting of the originals. Right, these are old ones now. Yeah. I'm adding to wares. We've read that. The Folly and the Fall. A folded handbill advertising the works of the Sharp-Tongued Traveling Troupe. Read. Though clearly old, this handbill has managed to maintain its bold print over time. For one season only, see the play that sent El Terrell's Everlight Theater into chaos. The Sharp-Tongued Traveling Troupe presents The Folly and the Fall, a tragedy in 4 parts. Part 1 of Lost Netheril, that great wizarding empire in humanity's age of wonder. Part 2 of the great mage Karsus, his brief and terrible godhood, and the ruin he wrought. Part 3 of Netheril's fate, 1,000 years of shade, and Shar's subversion. Part 4. So Shar is somehow intrinsically tied to Netheril? Huh. Part 4 of Netheril's return, and its shadow falling upon the land. Penned by the great bard Bragan Fegg, The Folly and the Fall tells the true story of the flying Netherese city, Thultanthar, and its dramatic return after 1,000 years in exile on Shar's plane of shadow. See the climactic battle above Myth Dranor, rendered in stunning detail thanks to the finest thaumaturges on the coast. Direct on your village green as the Sharp-Tongued Traveling Troupe makes its transit to Baldur's Gate. See it now, or face 1,000 years of sorrow. Okay. Man, we are quite steeply encumbered here. I'm sending all these to camp. There we are. And these I will also send to camp. And these I will send to Karlach, I suppose. Sure. Gotta send that cloak to camp too. Alright. Oh, and the money I'll send to Karlach. Every so often I forget that money has encumbrance in this. Okay. Row of books. Disorders of the Nerves and Mind, a treatise. A medical compendium describing varied mental disturbances and their treatments, by cleric-physician Glenn Earl Mack. I don't think I've read this before. There came to me a woman, whom I shall henceforth call R, greatly distraught at the unusual tempers of her husband, who I shall henceforth call B. 3 months later he'd suffered night sweats, crying out from sleep that he bore the mark of chaos. 2 months prior, he'd taken to calling himself by the name Saravok. Oh wait, we did read this. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we had read that, 100%. The Dukes of Baldur's Gate. Yeah, I believe we'd read this. Maybe we should reread it, though. It's particularly relevant right now. Yeah, let's reread it. Wealth speaks with a loud voice in a city founded and made prosperous by trade. Baldur's Gate has always been governed by its parliament of peers, consisting of the heads of the richest patriarch families, with executive rulership by a council of 4, the 4 most powerful dukes, one of whom is designated Grand Duke. That tradition has held for many centuries, with the occasional interruption in times of crises, and a crisis is where we find ourselves again, which accounts for the recent change in the city's administration Last year, the Council of Four was Duke Bellin Stelmane, Duke Dillard Portier, and Duke Thalamra Vanthampur, chaired by Grand Duke Ulder Ravengard. After the death of Duke Vanthampur and the worrying disappearance of Grand Duke Ravengard during the fall of Elturel, the question of who would make up the Council of Four going forward was postponed, pending the return, or confirmed loss, of Ravengard. Into this power vacuum rose a brash, new contender, Lord Enver Gortash, who promised that his leadership would see the city through its series of crises. When Ravengard finally returned, and actually endorsed Gortash for that leadership role, Baldur's Gate gratefully turned to its new Archduke to bring its citizens back to safe harbor. The 5 Years' War, a diplomat's record. An account of an ancient and feudal altercation between Baldur's Gate and the city-state of Victan.
Here we go.
The 5-Year War by Torrin Bassi. The war was, in truth, nothing short of a tragedy. It began as a mild altercation between the sanguine sons of the Ailo and Vida families regarding, if you can believe it, the property ownership of a sheep farm. Over the course of 3 seasons, full-blown conflict had erupted between Baldur's Gate and Victan. A pointless war, leaving both cities with nothing but 1,000 youthful corpses to show for it. Horrible. Also something I'm unfamiliar with. To the good godly folk of Faerun. A neat and mass-produced notice bearing the empty scroll of Ogma. I think we had read this before, right? Yeah. Hadn't we? I think we had. God, I'm not sure. You know what? I'll reread it just in case. A circular from the Church of Ogma, Lord of all knowledge. It is stamped with the seal of Brevik Feanor, Most High Lore Master of the Unrolling Scroll Temple in Baldur's Gate. To the good godly folk of Faerun. In the first instance, and in the name of the Lord Binder himself, let me bid you thanks. The realm-shaking events that have since become known as the Second Sundering marked a time of great confusion and upheaval. Gods fell and rose again. Lost continents reappeared, and the very weave shook as the plains birthed a new and yet mysterious order. Such chaos is often anathema to Ogma's sacred pursuit of truth and knowledge. However, with the help of the innumerable first-hand accounts submitted to our agents by good folk all across the continent, the Church is satisfied that an image of these strange years has begun to coalesce. As such, we would kindly ask that no further unsolicited material on this matter be sent to our temples. While all knowledge is of import to the Lord Binder, we are confident that any future plane-shaping event will not be presaged in the shape of tobacco smoke or read in the droppings of the village herd. Oh yeah, we read this before. A new and strange age is upon us. For divine guidance, we humbly bid you to look to your local temple leaders and to forward such relevant materials to them. Yours, ever seeking, Brevik Feanor, servant of Ogma. Oral Histories of Faerun, The Spell Plague. We've read that. Okay. So we need to, get this thing to slow down. Can I hold person on it? No.
Let us show them how it's done.
Let's see. Do I have slow? Or anything like that? Polymorph. Insect plague, wall of stone. Wall of stone might work. Entangle won't work because it flies. Feign death. Grasping vine, maybe. Huh. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Where am I needed?
The Thorn Whip deals damage too. Oh, he can actually just cast slow. Yeah, it should work. Right? Let's try it. Where's the other one at? Oh. Let's go right here to where we can maybe get both of them. Okay. Finish selection. Okay.
Have a lot on my mind. And
hold still, will you?
very well. I need a quick word.
Weird. How come I can't get them?
Still, will you?
I've slowed them. I feel like that should work.
Hold still, will you?
I can definitely throw them. How else would I get them?
Hold still, will you?
Do I just need to be, like, physically close to it when it pops? No. I don't think so.
Hold still, will you?
Can I not hold multiple ones at the same time? Do I need to, like, release steads? Okay, I dropped it. No. Okay, let's reload then and get Will's spell slot back. Honestly, I feel like casting slow on them should have worked. Right, I feel like that 100% should have worked. Okay, I mean, there's also like hold monster or whatever, right? We could try that. There may also be something else in here that we can like read or look at that will have an insight onto how to get it to chill. Yeah, how do you get it to stop?
These boots have seen everything.
Without breaking it. What's it immune to? Are they immune to anything? Oh, it's immune to psychic. Okay. Can I talk to it and get it to fucking stop?
No, leave your face and shit it out.
I don't know, it was worth a shot.
Hey.
Alright. I'm just out here talking to books, I guess. Oh, look, it kind of stopped there.
Hold still, will you?
Yeah, is there like a certain way to get it to, like, chill the fuck out?
Still, will you?
Huh. Is it pathing, maybe? Can I block its pathing? I wonder if Karlach would have better range to grab it. Right, maybe I'm just struggling because I'm a halfling. Oh yeah, there we go. Huh, okay. Amaps' memoirs. The reflections of Paul Amaps, a halfling humanist whose writings advised fair and peaceful ends to vicious conflicts. Read. My life has been a long succession of pleasures. To see my town take my ideas and cease legal discrimination of local orcs, to see my fights against horrid living conditions in city factories take off, to have the chance to see a new generation take to these ideas of a better, kinder, fairer, intelligent world, and run with it to new reaches of the continent. It was not a life without struggle, however, and I shall regret its failures. My old friend Swelto comes to mind, who adopted such cruel ideologies later in life. I will forever console myself in the idea that such a brilliant mind would only conceive such theories under the strain of exile, and the promise of reinstatement, as she ultimately was. Huh. Why have I read that before? Where have I read that before? So now can Karlach not take this one?
Herman, is that you? Come on! I won't hurt you on purpose.
Okay. Let's have Will go for this one.
Heading out.
Yeah, weird. You can only have one? Swelto's Ethics of War. A treatise by Christina Swelto proposing harsh retaliation against political adversaries. Read. The Ethic of War by Christina Swelto. My colleague Amaps proposes fair rules of engagement in times of war, and forgiveness upon victory. Are we to spare our enemies, then, once they have fallen to our might? Are we to put all hatred behind us when surrender is offered? Indeed not. For what shall we do, once our opponent gathers new armies and masses them once again along our borders? We shall wage another war, and count the lives snuffed out by our own magnanimity. Magnanimity. Sorry. Once an enemy kingdom is conquered, it must be razed to the ground. Only then can we be free of its specter. Horrible. Right. Significantly worse than all of them, right? Like, I'm not too sure about Steads, but Swelto definitely not great. Amaps, certainly the best of them all.
Let's move.
By quite a long shot. Okay. Well, you know what? I suppose we'd better call it here for now. Apologies, this video going out a lot later than usual. I was actually feeling a little bit under the weather earlier, so I took a bit of a nap. I got to feeling significantly better, right? It did the trick. Was feeling a little bit like, I don't know, just out of it. Like, not quite a headache, but like, I don't know, just felt like a little foggy in the mind. Just not great. Just a little, not like bad, but just like, just enough to where it was debilitating to the senses that you would need to adequately, like, record a video. If you know what I mean, right? Like, could have done so many other different things, but specifically targeting, I don't know, the specific skills and stats needed to do this, right? If that makes any measure of sense. Anyway, when next we return, we'll probably look down here at this other reading material, and then we'll have a decision to make, right? Until next time, please take care of each other.